think about travel, you think of the dangers outside. This, like you were saying, this is a triple impact.
A menacing storm with a massive footprint is set to hit more than half of the country with a potentially historic blast of ice and snow.
Half the country's population is going to see some sort of winter weather impact.
Some areas in the storm's path already dealing with crippling conditions. It all starts Friday in the plains, where the storm's massive pool of moist air begins to clash with Arctic air. Bone-chilling temperatures pushing the storm eastward.
We have about 70,000 tons of salt ready to go in our 275 plows.
Major cities in the Northeast could get their largest snowfall in at least 4 years. That includes New York, where officials are mounting a massive battle plan to prepare all 5 boroughs. Southern states are bracing for destructive ice from freezing rain, the storm's most serious threat, one that could cause extended power outages.
It's just entirely premature for them to be able to know how many people will lose power.
Ice could also make roads very hazardous.
Latest forecasts show a widespread event that's likely to spread ice throughout the state of North Carolina.
Air travel will also likely be impacted. Airlines including American, Delta, Southwest, and United have put out travel advisories and are letting customers rebook or cancel travel scheduled over the next several days. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
A massive winter storm is threatening nearly half the country. More than 170 million people across the U.S. are under winter storm, ice, or cold weather alerts as a powerful system moves from Texas to New England. Forecasters say the temperatures will plunge after the storm passes, with wind chills as low as minus 50 degrees expected in parts of the northern plains. At those levels, frostbite can happen in minutes. Where I am, in Detroit, Michigan, that dangerous cold is already being felt as this system pushes frigid air deeper into the Midwest. Today, it's in the single digits. Along with the cold, the storm is expected to bring heavy snow, freezing rain, and sleet, with some areas seeing over a foot of snow and up to half an inch of ice. That much ice can crush trees and power lines and lead to long-lasting power outages. Now, cities and states are rushing to prepare. Hundreds of flights were delayed or canceled ahead of the storm, with major airports like Dallas-Fort Worth, Atlanta, Memphis, and Charlotte in its path. And schools across multiple states have already canceled classes or moved online. States like Tennessee have hundreds of salt and brine trucks at the ready. Texas officials say they have more than 1,000 pieces of winter weather equipment prepared. And Arkansas has 700 snowplows ready to deploy. The city of Jackson, Mississippi doesn't have snowplows, but it uses other heavy machinery like skid steers and small excavators to clear roads for locals. Thousands of workers have been put on standby across the country as officials warn residents to prepare for days without power. Residents can prep in many ways. They should stay off the roads when they can, stock up on food and basic supplies, and charge your devices ahead of time. Think about protecting your home. Be sure to insulate any pipes that are exposed to the outside and let faucets inside drip during these freezing temperatures so water can run through your pipes and protect them. Make sure to bundle up, hunker down inside safely, and be ready for long disruptions as the storm unfolds.
As the winter storm moves in, heating and plumbing professionals say preparation is critical, especially if electricity is lost.
If you lose power at all and have to run a generator, what a lot of people don't know is that generators emit carbon monoxide, and keeping those generators far from any window, door, opening is very important. There's a lot of families every year that have tragedies, unfortunately, due to carbon monoxide poisoning, so don't put them in your garages either.
So where do you usually say put a generator at?
Yeah, around 10 to 15 feet away from basically the outside of your house.
ASAP Heating and Air General Manager Cole David says the big word during winter weather prep is safety.
Spigots outside obviously is where you hook your water hoses up to. Make sure those are disconnected, the water hoses. Make sure that those faucets are covered. Make sure that they're not dripping. Those things on the exterior of your house are very important. As far as the interior, opening up your cabinets, letting faucets drip. You can even do showers, turn your shower on and let it drip. Anything to keep water moving, because moving water freezes a lot slower than stagnant water.
He says keeping your home warm is about more than comfort. It can prevent frozen pipes.
Leaving your thermostat at a higher set point, and in general, your home will sometimes struggle to maintain that temperature. But if your furnace is running all the time, that's a good thing whenever it's cold.
If the power does go out, food program manager with the Tulsa Health Department, Tanya Harris, says food safety is very important.
The food in the refrigerators, if they don't open the door, is good up to 4 hours. After that, if you don't know what the temperature is, you should go ahead and discard it. Be on the safe side. Be cautious. For things that are in your chest freezer, things that are in like your upright freezer units, those will be maintained for a lot longer. You can keep those for probably almost up to 12 to 24 hours, depending on the temperature of the outside area of it. You sure don't want to get sick from it, but it's one of those things that if you're in doubt, throw out, is what we always say.
Samantha Donaldson is on a mission, making sure Nashville neighbors who are homebound don't go without.
Just out delivering meals, making sure folks are prepared for whatever this weather might decide to do.
In case she and other home ambassadors can't reach them if roads become too treacherous.
Hello, it's Sam with Metro Meals on Wheels. Hi. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Because of the winter storm, Metro Social Services activated its severe weather response, making sure the most vulnerable, including seniors and people with disabilities like Tom Starling III, are stocked with medication, ways to stay warm if the power goes out, and food to last several days.
This is the shelf-stable meals. We wanted to pass out shelf-stable this week in case, in the event we get some bad weather and the power goes out, you got something to eat on.
Okay.
It's a service, Starling says, he's been grateful to receive for nearly 10 years.
From what I've seen on the news, it's going to be a doozy. And I'm prepared.
Donaldson says these deliveries are about more than resources. They're about connection.
I have customers call me about things that have no relation to anything about food, or, sometimes they just want to talk because they're lonely.
And the feeling is mutual for Starling.
Sam, she is so sweet. She's almost like a sister. And very friendly and courteous.
Mother Nature may be unpredictable, but for home ambassadors, the purpose is clear.
Really makes you feel like you got purpose in what you're doing.
We expect snow to begin Saturday evening. It will continue throughout the night and into the day on Sunday and possibly into Monday. This will be the largest snowfall we've seen in a long time. So at the same time, we're also headed into a very cold week. On Monday night into Tuesday morning, we are expecting wind chills to be below zero. So to make sure we have all the resources we need to respond, I am declaring a state of emergency in the District of Columbia, effective now. We are also requesting vehicle support from the DC National Guard to ensure our first responders are able to move around the city during the storm. We're also out today to spread the word to the public to get prepared and be prepared. We need you to get inside. We have our outreach teams out all week getting people into shelter. And let me be clear, we have space for everyone. And this is seriously dangerous conditions for people to be outside. We haven't had a big storm like this in a while, and we have been preparing for this. We're very concerned about the cold. And the cold weather like this mixed with precipitation puts people in a lot of danger. Being outside in weather like this, somebody could die. Okay, if you're outside and you're sleeping outside, so we got to get people in.
The risks are so intense that as I'm standing here right now, I'm declaring a state of emergency throughout the entire state of New York. What am I worried about? Frostbite. Frostbite can set in literally within 5 minutes of exposure, as well as hypothermia. So the symptoms of hypothermia are poor coordination, slurred speech, exhaustion, shivering. let's first of all try to prevent being in this situation. But if you must be outside and you're with other people, pay attention to those signs because that means they're experiencing a serious health event. If you have to go out, load up your vehicle. Your vehicle can save your life if you get stranded. Food, water, extra blankets, flashlight. And this, as I mentioned yesterday, a pro tip, cat litter, throw it in the trunk with a small shovel. If you go off the road, you need the traction, you throw it on the snow, allows your vehicles to get the tractions, and you might be able to save yourself out of a ditch. Hunker down, change your habits, try to minimize your time outside. Those who want to watch football or do whatever they're going to be doing this weekend is a gift. Stay warm, stay safe, but let's always be grateful for those who are literally putting themselves out there in extreme temperatures to keep the rest of us safe.
Impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus. Here's how. Go to Fox 54 Plus on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, or Samsung. Once you're on the main screen, push the down arrow and click on the Fox 54 Plus Weather Impact 24/7 block. Here, you'll find radar, current temperatures and conditions, traffic cams, forecasts, and more, all available on demand. Want to get back to the main channel? Just push the down arrow and click on the 24/7 stream button. It's your Weather Impact Updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus. Start streaming today.
As the temperatures drop, the danger rises. In 2023, more than 1,000 people died in the U.S. due to excessive cold or hypothermia, with the highest percentage of deaths happening in January.
Your body becomes so cold, a lot of your bodily functions just can't function the way that they're meant to.
Dr. Carl Allenby with Cleveland Clinic says if you have to go out in extreme cold, dress properly. That includes a scarf or mask that covers the face and mouth, gloves, water-resistant boots, a hat, water-resistant coat, and several layers of loose-fitting clothing. Body parts most affected by frostbite are the nose, ears, toes, cheeks, chin, and fingers.
As the coldness progresses and the frostbite increases, you could have things like numbness. Your extremities could get very pale and then can get hardened as well as you continue to progress through that.
When the body loses heat faster than it can produce it, hypothermia can happen. That's when there's a life-threatening drop in body temperature below 95 degrees. In adults, symptoms include shivering, exhaustion, confusion, fumbling hands, memory loss, slurred speech, and drowsiness. In babies, signs could be bright red cold skin or very low energy. Allenby says 911 should be called immediately.
You're going to rely on bystanders who realize that somebody may not be acting right or that there's some sort of change in their mentation.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
You've heard of Dry January, where folks stop drinking alcohol for 30 days, but now there's a new idea on the table thanks to social media. No Buy January. The idea to eliminate all non-essential spending for the entire month after the high-spending holidays. Say goodbye to makeup, electronics, clothes. Google searches for No Buy January hitting a 5-year high in December, a phenomenon fueled by Gen Zers and millennials. But when we hit the streets of New York, we found that folks of every age liked the idea.
I'm taking a break. I spent a lot of money during Christmas, and I said, to my boyfriend, like, I'm not spending any money.
We're buying experiences instead of gifts.
Sometimes I screw up, but overall, I think I'm doing pretty well.
She doesn't know what a no-spend January means to save her life. It is full spend.
January is my birthday month, so I can't do a no-spend January on my birthday.
I call it work extra hard January because I have to pay for it.
This comes as the economy continues to heat up with strong consumer spending driving growth despite this trend taking off with younger Americans. In New York, Jerry Willis, Fox Business.
Did you know that you can get weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus? Here's how. Go to Fox 54 Plus on your Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, or Samsung. Once you're on the main screen, push the down arrow and click on the Fox 54 Plus Weather Impact 24/7 block. Here, you'll find radar, current temperatures and conditions, traffic cams, forecasts, and more, all available on demand. Want to get back to the main channel? Just push the down arrow and click on the 24/7 stream button. It's your weather impact updates 24/7 on Fox 54 Plus. Start streaming today.
Fox 54 Plus has your news, sports, and weather. Start your evening with Fox 54 at 5:30, delivering the latest headlines and live reports straight from the scene. Then, stay informed with Fox 54 News at 9, featuring your Tennessee Valley certified most accurate weather impact team, tracking everything from tornado threats to traffic delays during severe weather. Fox 54 Sports Extra brings you more of what sports fans crave, with deeper insights, expert analysis, and all the action that matters most. On Fox 54 Plus, you'll also find Alabama politics, plus 24/7 weather radar and real-time forecasts to keep you ahead of the storm. Looking for a quick recap? Don't miss Fox 54 Week in Review, highlighting the biggest stories of the week. Jumpstart your morning with Morning Rush, fast-paced news updates featured with uplifting stories from across the globe. Get your entertainment fix with Getting Real, where we break down movie reviews, top 10 lists, and spotlight the newest film. Die Hard fan? Locked On Sports dives deep into the Crimson Tide, the Tigers, college rivalries, and pro action. True crime warrior style? Killer Cases brings you gripping real-life stories that stick with you. Hungry for more? Cooking with Style serves up mouth-watering recipes that are easy to make and impossible to resist. From movie previews before you head to the theater with Take a Look to must-know headlines from across the region and around the world with In the News. Watch all of these shows on demand and also on the Fox 54 News app, available on Android and iOS devices, streaming 24/7.